Good morning, you guys. I'm actually quite tired today, so it's a perfect day to just do nothing and read. Just had my coffee, and I decided to start filming because, as some of you guys may know, I've been determined to finish my physical TBR this month. That was my main reading goal for February, was just to get through my physical TBR before I buy any new books. And I've done pretty well. I only have 5 or 6 books left, but I'm struggling to finish them. Like, I want to go to the bookstore so bad, but I know that I made a promise to myself to not spend any more money on books until I get through my physical TBR. So that is what this video is basically going to be about. It's basically going to motivate me to read the remaining books on my physical TBR. I thought this would be a nice little series on my channel of just me getting through my physical TBR. This will be the first video in this series, and obviously I can continue this series throughout the year to motivate me to actually read the books that I buy, because I found myself buying books just to buy books, which there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of the books that have been on my physical TBR are books that I bought like almost a year ago. Some I've bought over a year ago, so it's just time for me to read them instead of them just collecting dust on my bookshelf. The first book that I want to read off my physical TBR is UnRavel Me. This is the second book in the Shatter Me series. I never know how to pronounce the author's name, so I'm not even going to try, but this is the author. It basically deals with the aftermath of the first book, and I'm assuming it picks up right where the first book left off. I'm not quite sure, but it follows Juliet, Warner, and Adam. Juliet is the main character, and she has this gift or curse, depending how you look at it, that whenever she touches someone, they automatically die. Adam is in love with Juliet, so he wants to protect her. Warner, on the other hand, wants to use Juliet as a weapon for the New World Order. I read the first book, Shatter Me, during a 24-hour reading vlog, and I actually really enjoyed that book. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars. The writing was super addicting. I just never got around to reading the rest of the series, so I'm determined to read the second book today, and I'm actually pretty excited. I've heard so many great things about the Shatter Me series. So many of you guys are like, Carmen, you need to finish this series because the books just keep getting better and better. So today we are starting with UnRavel Me, finally. So this book actually takes place 2 weeks after the aftermath of the first book, and Juliet is definitely struggling in her new environment. When at first she was relieved to find out that there were other people in the world who had special gifts of their own, now she feels like she's a prisoner. She feels as isolated as she has always felt her entire life, so she is definitely struggling with her new environment. And to make matters worse, Adam is acting very strange towards her. She barely sees him now that they're in this new environment. I keep saying new environment because I don't want to ruin the Shatter Me book in case you haven't read it yet, which if you haven't read the Shatter Me book, go read that book before you continue watching this vlog because I don't want to spoil it for you. But Adam is just acting very strange towards Juliet, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. And since Adam is now acting strange, she's dealing with a lot of self-doubt. She doesn't trust herself. She doesn't feel like she belongs with everyone else, even though the other people near her also have special gifts of their own. There's a lot of self-doubt, a lot of low self-esteem issues that are going on with her, and I just feel really bad for her. Like, clearly she's never had someone to just be her friend and not expect anything from her in return, and I hope it gets better for her soon because my girl has been through enough. You guys, I just found out why Adam has been acting so strange. My heart breaks for Juliet. I have no idea how they're supposed to move past this obstacle, and I just feel so bad for them. I also feel so bad for Juliet because she clearly hates herself, and she thinks that everyone else hates her as well. So she doesn't allow herself to get close to anyone. She doesn't allow herself to make new friends because she just automatically assumes that they hate her. So her entire life has been so isolated isolating. She's been alone, and I completely understand why she feels the way that she does. So many people have let her down. So now that this new obstacle has come up between her and Adam, she feels even more isolated than ever before, because now she's actually had a chance to know what it feels like to have someone care for her, and now that that might be taken away, she's like drowning in self-hatred. So I feel so bad for her. I hope that someone helps her see very soon that that is not the case, and that she's still able to make friends, and that there's people out there that don't hate her, because I just hate reading how much she hates herself. It's so sad. Juliet has a tendency to be very impulsive, so she gets herself into these situations that not only put her in danger, but everyone else around her in danger as well. Don't get me wrong, I like her character, but sometimes I just wish she wasn't so impulsive. But then I have to remind myself that I think she's only 16, so that's why she's so impulsive, and she doesn't really know any better. But one of the characters in this book, his name is Kenji, who I absolutely adore and love. He put her in her place and finally told her to cut the bullshit, and Juliet needed someone to tell her that. She needed someone to put their foot down, because she was wallowing in her self-pity for way too long when there were so many more important things going on around her that were so much bigger than her issues with herself. So I'm glad that Kenji was like, girl, cut the shit. The world does not revolve around you. Everyone has struggled. Everyone has suffered. It's time to get on with life. I absolutely love him. Excuse me? A bombshell was just dropped on me, and now I'm hella confused. I did not see that plot twist coming. Holy crap. This changes everything and puts Juliet in a very awkward position. If you know, you know. Shit is getting real. Warner's father just came back into town, and from what I read, he's pretty ruthless. So things are about to get a lot more interesting in this book. I just finished UnRavel Me. What in the world does the author put in her writing? Why is this book so addicting? I literally did not want to put it down at all. I literally read it within a couple hours. I spent the entire morning, early afternoon reading this book. Also, I have like the worst allergies right now, but that's okay. I literally did not want to put this book down. It was so addicting. There were a few plot twists that I honestly did not see coming, and literally had me like, what is going on right now? I was just like, is this really happening right now? I wish I could say the plot twist, but I don't want to ruin the book. Again, the plot twist just caught me completely off guard, which I love. Like, I love when I don't see a huge twist coming. I'm not gonna lie though, Julia and Adam were a little annoying in this book. They were just so like self-absorbed with their own love story when there were so many bigger issues at play. I don't know, whenever they were together, I was just rolling my eyes. They were just too much for me at times. Honestly, Kenji and Warner made this book for me. I absolutely despised Warner in the first book, but in this book, I really liked his character. He adds something different to the story, which I like. Like, he's not the cookie cutter perfect boy. Like, he has done some evil ass shit. He's not perfect, but he's also not evil. You know what I mean? Like, he has a story. Kenji is also one of my favorite characters in this book. I just love his personality. I kind of wish he had his own book. I don't know if he has his own book. I don't think so. I love everything about him. Again, if it weren't for Warner and Kenji, I probably wouldn't continue with this series, because Adam and Juliet can be a little annoying when they get together. But I'm excited to pick up the third book very soon. I can't wait to continue the series. Overall, I give this book like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. There were some parts that dragged a little bit for me, and again, I just found Juliet and Adam to be a little annoying at times. That's the only reason I'm not giving it a full 4-star rating, but I definitely think it comes close, and I definitely think you guys should check out this series. I'm at the part of my pregnancy where I just wear my husband's clothes because nothing else fits. I'm chewing gum right now, which I'm so sorry, but it helped with my nausea, so just bear with me. Okay, Okay, the next book that I'm going to read for my physical TBR is Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. This is the second book in the Daughter of the Pirate King series. It basically follows a it basically follows a pirate named Alosa. She is the daughter of the Pirate King, the pirate that basically rules the ocean. She is trying to make a name for herself and prove to her dad and everyone else that she is worthy of being a pirate. I think she's only 16, so she's very young. And in this book, we just follow her and her pirate crew on another crazy adventure. I read the first book during a 24-hour reading vlog last year and really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a cute little book. I think it's YA. Alosa, the main character, is really funny. She's sassy. I really enjoy the side characters as well. I think if you are a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, then you'll actually really enjoy this series because it's very similar. Alosa is kind of like the female version of Jack Sparrow. I'm going to start reading this now and update you guys as I go. It is much later. I just got to chapter 9, page 119. The book just picked up. It's been pretty slow. In the last like 2 chapters, it's definitely picked up, and Alosa feels betrayed by her father and her mother. So she doesn't know who to trust. Now she's in danger because she betrayed her father. He is now hunting her and her pirate crew. I'm so confused. I don't know who to trust either. I feel like I'm Alosa because I'm so confused as to who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. But I'm glad that I finally picked up because I was kind of bored with the beginning of the storyline. Now I'm curious to see how everything plays out. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but Ridden is so cute. Alosa needs to stop playing around and confess her true feelings for him. I mean, I understand why she's hesitant because everyone that she knows and loves has basically betrayed her, so it's not easy for her to open up. But Ridden is such a sweetheart. I can't wait for them to get together. She's actually 18. I thought she was 16. Actually, now that I think of it, every pirate on Alosa's crew is actually very young. I don't think there's anyone older than 20. They're all from 16 to 19. There's even a little girl that's only 6 years old on board. It's been a few days since I finished Daughter of the Siren Queen, and I just realized that I actually never told you guys what I thought about the book, so I'm going to tell you now. Overall, I think it was a solid read. I still very much prefer the first book in the series, Daughter of the Pirate King. This one wasn't bad. I did enjoy the main character's storyline. I love Alosa's character. I love her personality. I've said this before, but I just love how fearless and sassy she is, and she also is willing to put her own life on the line to protect her crew, and I just think that's so amazing. I love the Mel character as well. Love them together, but I will say that there were a few parts in the book where I was a little bored with the storyline. Like, the storyline really wasn't going anywhere. It was lagging just a bit. Towards the end, it definitely did pick up, which I enjoyed. Overall, I give it like a 3 out of 5 stars. Again, a decent read. I would still recommend it. I don't think it was a terrible book. I just preferred the first book in the series a lot more than this one. But I'm actually going to end off the reading vlog here. I read 2 books off my TBR, so I think I only have, it's either 4 or 5 books. I honestly don't know how many books I have left in my physical TBR. There will definitely be a part 2 to this video and probably a part 3 pretty much until I get through my entire physical TBR. Let me know in the comments below if you have read Unravel Me or Daughter of the Siren Queen. What were your thoughts on these 2 books? If you have read them, I would love to know. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below if there are any other types of reading vlogs you want to see from me, and I can definitely film them. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you a part of my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.